mina Jubilee Rivombo ninhlobo wakahle. What it means is I'm the first of the first fruit. So, I speak of democracy. So, when we speak of democracy, we are talking about me having the freedom to walk around, freedom of movement. But every time I enter into a taxi, they say, oh, my skirt is too loud, my skirt is too big, and now I am using 2 spaces and I have to pay for the extra seat. I can't exercise my freedom in my skirt because, well, it's inconvenient. And then I walk into spaces where I have to pretend to be Zulu or Sutu or Pedi, just not Tsonga because it's not convenient. I have to wear Zulu beads and share in with vendor beads so that someone can identify with me, even though I am actually allowed to move around the way I like. So when my mom heard I was going to university, she was like, yo, way, mwana mino. Uya kwale ka balungu. Balungu meaning the white people. Uya kwale ka bantu abangatwisisi. Kutwisisa she means understanding. Uya kwale bantu abangapfumeli ku wena o hanya swilo leswi ifana u hanyisa xiswona. She meant I will not live the way I want to live. Freedom of movement, I told her. Man, I will not live in Limpopo for the rest of my life. I have to explore. I will not go to Gauteng. I will go to Free State. You know, where the tension is there. Mani vashamula waku wena Jubilee awutwisisi na wena mwananga listen mina niri eka wena ungayile tshama na vanhu va ka n'wina meaning your people. And I said, mani ni ta dyondza kanjhani ku va ni hanya na vanhu van'wani loko ni nga koti ku va ni mixana na vanhu van'wani. And she said mixana, say that word in Tsonga.
Sure.
And I said, mommy, I don't know. And she said another sentence in English. So now I fail. I fail to communicate with my people, who they assume are my people because they are Tsonga. And I fail to associate with the people that I'm trying to reach out to because, well, they're also not my people. So when I say freedom of movement, where actually am I going? I do not have a home. You see, when I start saying, Absheni Minjani, Bungeni Ngobona, they look at me like, hey, are you South African? But yet we speak of freedom of movement. In my first year, when I came here, I told one of my seniors, I said, hey, my name is Jubilee. Can I please have the honor of knowing your name and where you come from? And she said, where do you come from? I said, Limpopo. And she said, where is that?
Whoa.
I said again, I'm like, okay, no, it's in the north of South Africa. And she said, oh, okay, what culture do you come from? I was wearing my beads as I usually do because that is normal for me at home. But when I came here, she said, which culture do you come from? And I said, I am Tsonga. And she said, oh, Tsonga. I said, yes. She's like, isn't that in Zimbabwe? I said, no, Tsonga is one of the official languages in South Africa. As a Tsonga girl, I failed to move, even though I actually have the freedom of movement because wherever I go, I am questioned with everything. Why is your skirt too big? Why are you wearing that? Why is it that your language is too fast? Well, that means, how am I supposed to speak when you don't allow me to speak the way I'm supposed to speak? So, democracy, right? We speak of freedom of movement. Well, I came here to move in spaces where people do not associate Tsonga with South Africa. Well, someone said we actually have our own planet. Tsonga people. I am Tsonga, I speak Shitsonga, I am not Shangan, as though people think Shangan is Tsonga, but actually isn't. It's actually an insult to Tsonga people when you say Shangan, unless you know the history of what Shangan actually is to Tsonga people. So please, when I told my mom I'm coming to the University of the Free State, she said, man, me no, wananga awutwisisi. Uyabalabla njani na vanhu lava va alaka ku va vulavula na wena hi tindlela leti wena u fanele u vulavula hi tona. That means, how am I going to speak with people that do not allow me to speak the way I need to speak? And I said to her, Maninita Dons, that means I will learn. And in my learning, they say that I have lost my culture in the 3 years that I've been here because now I do not know the words that I was supposed to be saying in Tsonga. Somehow, because I say hello all the time, now I cannot say Minjani Nupukeni Ngobona because that they think is a burden to me, but it's never been a burden to me. We speak of freedom of movement in the democratic South Africa, but what exactly do we speak of? Are we talking about tribalist movement where, okay, as a Tsonga person, I do not belong in Cape Town, or as a Tsonga person, I do not belong in Gauteng, I actually belong in Limpopo. When you see me in Bloemfontein, you ask yourself, are there no universities in Limpopo?
Sure.
But we talk about freedom of movement, right? I think I should be able to exercise my own power and be able to move the way I ought to move. Shouldn't I decide how I should move and how I should express myself? I am Tsonga. My mom and dad are Tsonga. My grannies are Tsonga. Everyone in my family is Tsonga as far as I can remember. If I was to stand here and say my genealogy, nobody would understand because nobody relates to Tsonga people. I come into environments where people say to me, but it's a democratic country, Jubilee, you can do whatever you want. Actually, what is even your middle name? Because you can't even be purely Tsonga if you do not have a middle name. And I say my name is Nhlobo, but every time they say Nhlobo, they say, is it colors? I'm like, no, it means the first fruit of the first tree. And they say to me, well, we cannot say that word, so we're going to give you Jubilee because Jubilee is the only name that we are able to identify with. And I said, why? Because if I can call you Thokozani, Nomthandazo, Mapule, then you should be able to call me Nhlobo because that has meaning. Well, we spoke about freedom of movement, right? How will I be able to communicate with you, say what I need to say if you don't allow me to say it the way I need to say it in my language? Chitsonga. So we speak of democratic countries. Well, if I come into spaces like this, you don't look at me like I'm an alien, but you look at me like I'm a true South African who actually belongs in this country. Democracy is something that Tsonga people are still discovering. Thank you.